but I've had a heap of work on at the moment and haven't really had much time to film anything or do anything cool. It's just been bloody work, but I've got something cool behind me that I've been wanting to get for friggin' ages now. Finally got around to getting them. Big naughty set of 35's. Been wanting these for so long now. I thought first up I'll get 33's, see how the ute goes with them, but it's time. It's finally time. Also got a cheap set of beadlocks, just those Yi Li bloody Chinese ones. See how they go. I've got a heap of mates who run them and they reckon they're a good thing, so I guess we're going to find out and see what they're like. So basically what I'm going to try and do tonight anyway is at least get one of these tyres on the rims, fit it up, throw it on the ute, see how it looks, see if it fits, see what I've got to cut, and go from there. Oh, well, starters anyway, let's roll one over, see what it looks like next to a 33, size it up. Oh, bloody heavy. Oh dear. That's a big tire. So first glance of these rims actually look pretty decent. They look nice and solid. No real sharp edges or anything. They're all finished pretty nicely. The one thing I did notice though is when I was taking these bolts out, the socket doesn't really fit in the hole properly. Like the hole could be a lot bigger. There's not a huge amount of room, so there's a bit of galling when you try and undo them. But apart from that, everything seems sweet so far. Nice little machined edge in there, whatever you call it, to grip onto the bead to lock them on. Keen as to run some low pressures now and see how they go. This is a bit funny though, that's a bit 80s. Don't think I'm going to run those, they look a little bit old school, but I'll see what it looks like on the ute. One thing I did notice, no valve stem bizzo. So I've got a few of those from work, brought those home, hopefully they're going to fit. Over here somewhere, also got, I've already got a head start, also got some bolts in here. Bolts aren't very long. New bolts, new washers, and also some of these little valve stems. I reckon I'll fit those first and make sure they're going to work, and then proceed on with fitting some tyres up. One thing if you're doing this at home, and you're fitting these little valve stems, don't really know how you do it without having one of these funky tools. I guess you could probably push it through somehow, but this is going to make life a heap easier. Let's screw that. And this here, basically, screws on like that. Sits on the edge of the rim and pulls it through the hole. So then in theory that should pull tyre thing through. Helps when you have the right gear. So I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself and I've actually taken one of the beadlock rings and all the bolts off one of the rims. So what I'm going to do now is try and get one of these fitted. I've got my tub of lube, can't forget lube, no one likes it dry. And then basically, yeah, I'm going to try and lube up a bead and stick a rim in there, see how it all goes, I guess. These Nettos, they're pretty cool too actually. They've got two different sides. They've got this sort of like sidewall, side biter action going on, and then you spin around voila, different side. There's actually a fourth set of nittos, and for some reason I've actually never had this side facing out. I don't know, they just look a bit blocky and strange, so I'm gonna go that side. I'll leave early, crashed. I'm gonna go this side here, facing out. So I'll see if I can stick a rim in there by hand. This should be fun. And yes, I'm back to shooting on iPhone because my bloody new camera died because I forgot to charge the damn thing. That's alright, she's on charge now, so later on, we'll be back to 4K. Flash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the side that I want to see on the outside, facing down. Get the tub of lube. I'm going to go and lube up the bead. Better when you have a paintbrush, but I don't have a paintbrush at home, so I'll do it by hand. So now that it's fully lubed, I'll get this here. See if we can get a rim to fit, eh? In there. Alright. Ready for this? One-handed tyre fitter. Look at that. This could be actually pretty easy. So there we go. Tyres wrapped around the rim. What I'm going to do now is get this beadlock ring over here, line up all the bolt holes and do it up, but first, to make my life a bit easier, it's going to be a bit hard to push down on the bead to get it close enough to the tyre. So I'm actually going to put a piece of timber underneath the rim to hold the rim up a little bit in place, make my life a little bit easier. That's it there, that worked. So now that timber's under there, this ring should go on pretty easy now. Throw some bolts in and start doing it up. Cool. So I got my new bolts and new washers, and what I'm going to do is get a bit of anti-seize. I just use this stuff, Loctite anti-seize, it works really well. So I've just covered all the bolts in that. So if I ever have to do a tyre in the future or do a rim or whatever, I can get the damn thing apart. Also lubed up in here, the bead, a bit more of that blue goo stuff, tyre goo, and yeah, I think it's time to throw a beadlock ring on. Damn, that looks good. How good is that? I'll start throwing some bolts in and then, yeah, do it all up, fill it with air and see how it looks next to the car. Well, that's unfortunately all I'm going to get done today, which is just, well, tonight, just the 3, because they bloody buggered up this rim with the wrong size bolts, so I'm going to have to go exchange, so, oh, that's alright. Got 3 done, that's the start. I'll get them one sorted another day and continue filming when I get another rim. So, just got home from work finally. Had to go exchange one rim over because they got one wrong. One actually had the wrong size bolts in it, which had the wrong size beadlock ring, which had the wrong size thread. So it was a complete stuff up. So I drove it down to Brizzy again. Left at like 2:30, got home at 6:30. It was a pain in the ass drive, but anyway, got the right rim now. So that they're all fitted, got them sorted. All 4 tyres are on all 4 rims. Got them balanced this morning. So now it's just time to do a bit of trimming and then fit some tyres, I reckon. So fingers crossed, all I need to do with the front is basically just get the air saw, trim that section off there. Hopefully that gives me enough room to fit the tyres. I've already bashed in the pinch weld here, trim the inner guard, trim the flares. It's got a pretty decent diff push at the moment, so I should hopefully have no clearance issues. Bull bar wings already been trimmed, so fingers crossed. The front should be sweet. It's just the rear I've got to worry about with these old guards. They're a pretty small guard. They've actually been rubbing with 33's. Oh, actually, this one isn't. This one over here is. So they've been scrubbing a fair bit, even just with the 33's. So the 35's going to destroy these. So I'm going to have to change them up a bit. Whether I get tube guards or bend them a little bit to shape them, or I don't know. Haven't worked that bit out yet. Both sides are trimmed, painted. I'm going to wait for them to dry and then I can bash that end cap back into it. The rear, I'm not really going to do anything with the rear, I'm just going to throw the tyres on and see how they fit. I reckon they're going to scrub a fair bit, but still trying to work out a bit of a way on how to flex it up. I really haven't worked it out yet, but I think I've got a bit of an idea. A bit crazy, but I think it might work. Start. So we've got a bit of sketchy stuff going on here. Got a set of homemade Julies. Ratchets strapped together as a flex ramp. It's gonna be interesting anyway. I guess we'll see what happens. Realise I got no handbrake. That's some sketchy shit or what?
There you go.
That's sick. Not a huge amount of room in here.
Nothing, eh?
Nothing. There's still got a fair bit more to go up. It's on bump stop at the moment, but it's still got a bit more to compress in those 80 series bump stops. Front's still got a bit more travel to go in it. Let's see what's going on up here. Shock's still got a bit of up travel left. Miles away from the top of the guard. Heaps of room there. A little bit tight at the back here. It's not touching yet. But that's not a full lock either. One thing I'll show you guys too is actually low cross member, like Tony Shires. This thing's been wicked. It was always crap every time I go off road and I'd be smacking the cross member on the ground. But after running this just once, makes a huge difference. It's already taken a bit of a beating in some spots, but that's what it's built for. Worth looking at. Well, that's sick. I've been waiting for this moment for so long now to finally get 35s on this thing. But I reckon, try something a little different. We're trying to drive up on the back of the Triton.
We come and drive my car up there and see if one makes it.
Yeah, bloody oath, why not?
All the four drives in the street, come on.
Yeah,
Yep.
It won't make it.
We'll do a big lid skid, I reckon. Alright, well, moment of truth. We'll see if the new rack will fit a 33 on it. It's only had a 31. At least I've got a decent sized spare now.